A new band, brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. We're here in the Orcon live room with our friends Imugi. How are you guys?
We good?
Yeah, we're really good.
Yeah, cool. We're all good here. All having a good time. Welcome, everyone. That's obviously the only people in the room are us, but if I say welcome, it sort of breaks that illusion that we're on radio, so people might feel more participant
Totally.
of the situation. And if you are feeling that way, you can check us out on Facebook and just watch live with your eyes instead of your ears. And speaking of listening with your ears, I reckon we should just launch straight into a track, and then we can do some chatting later. Cool.
Da 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 da. We turn to our addictions at times when the ego is restless. Burn up all your money, you know, to forget to regret it. Check a rain jacket and loose black pants. Puma sneakers hold back a subtle dance. She smokes a cigarette as she walks down to the pretty girls holding it down. Are we assimilated? Are we becoming them? Heavily medicated, could not return again. How come you try to follow all of the ugly trends, making your skin all white and fucking all of his friends? You know they'll turn on you like a pack of dogs who think that you through all the meat you build up. Wearing those double D cups, girl, you're fine, but you're hating it, not feeling it. Suck up your attention like a succubus. Leave you alone in bliss, cause you know that this is not worth it. Turn to our addictions at times when the ego is restless. Burn up all your money, you know, to forget to regret it. Check a rain jacket and loose black pants. Puma sneakers hold back a subtle dance. She smokes a cigarette as she walks down to the pretty girls holding it down. One time in Korean. 고향을 생각해. 너 모양을 생각해. 놀러와 우리 집에. 없어도 만족해. 고향을 생각해. 너 모양을 생각해. 놀러와 우리 집에. 없어도 만족해. We turn to our addictions at times when the ego is restless. Burn up all your money, you know, to forget to regret it. Check a rain jacket and loose black pants. Puma sneakers hold back a subtle dance. She smokes a cigarette as she walks down to the pretty girls holding it down.
Did that work? I hope can people hear that?
Is that like applause?
Yeah, there's
crowd
applause.
noise?
Well, there's a bit of a
Nice.
backstory to it. There's the last couple of interviews I've done. I'll turn it off because it's probably a bit annoying. The last couple of interviews we've done, it's been like these great performances, and I stand here in the corner. It's all right for all these people that I can't see around in the glass, so we've all got this protection, and all the people at home. But the guy who has to stand in the room, I have to be like, yeah, that was really awesome, and it's hard for me to sustain that, and then for it to sort of.
Make us feel like self-conscious.
Well, I'm trying to make you guys feel really good. You know, that was that's why the audience cheering. It was 14 minutes. I wasn't going to let it play for that long.
Okay.
Cool. So that was. So what was that track?
That's an unreleased tune of ours. It's called
Wow,
Hometown.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
We
Yeah,
like
we're playing
that.
lots of unreleased stuff.
Yeah.
today,
Right.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Because I mean, it's sort of last year was a bit of a breakout year, and it's sort of continuing to be a breakout few years even for you guys. So with that in mind, is there plans to release a follow-up EP to Vacation?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit tough.
Varying levels of certainty there.
Yeah.
In the band. That's
Hell
good.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's been tough because like we wrote so many songs last year, and we're still like trying to figure out how to fit them all into some kind of cohesive project.
Right, loop them together and get cool.
Totally.
Right on.
Like we have a bunch of songs done, and like more that we're always working on, but it's just hard to be like, okay, marketing. Or
Right. That's
Or
it.
like we're learning to like realize when it's finished. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
To
Okay. Cool.
How to, like, lead
Cool.
it.
Yeah.
So that last track, obviously some of those verses were sung in Korean, and that is something that makes up part of your sort of cultural identity and within the group itself.
Yeah.
And then within that too, you've kind of got these roots and you've written. I've seen in interviews in the past where you've talked about having roots in South Korea as well as having them right here in Aotearoa, and that kind of struck an idea in my head around duality and around sort of there being multifaceted ideas within the one group, and it kind of seems to reflect itself with the fact that there's obviously two members. You guys come from different backgrounds, you bring different elements, and even in the songs themselves, they seem to bring these two different characters. Is this something that like you want to develop more and work on, or is that something that is like an idea that came about, or?
Yeah, totally. I think from the start, it was something that we had in mind. Was we didn't want to be 100% vocal driven or 100% driven by the beats.
Singled out into any one like perception.
Cool.
Yeah. I feel like that duality is like really important for us, and
Yeah, because we're like both Geminis as well, so it's like everything.
Cool,
Everything's
right,
in
right.
twos. Everything's in pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. I mean, there's a bit of like, I'm almost going to start this, and then I thought, man, is this going to sound bad? I don't know if it's going to sound bad at all, but the story around what Imugi is within that sort of Korean folklore is that I was kind of trying to group that with the star sign idea, sort of being within that same, I don't know, realm of. I can't find a word to describe it, but you sort of
I
get
know
what
what
I
you
mean.
mean, yeah.
Are these things that like do kind of drive the band a little bit, especially within songwriting and
I guess so.
direction?
I feel like they're things that drive us personally, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
kind of
what I was
just like
gonna
say.
expressed through the music. Yeah.
Right on. Wow, without
Just like your personal identity and like we're all multifaceted, and I think like women in particular is really easy to like just women in any industry is easy to stereotype and just like make assumptions and stuff, and I think it's important to show that everyone is multifaceted. You're
For
not
sure.
one thing or the other, and like
Cool.
you're allowed to be that.
cool for sure. Right on. Well, should we get into another one?
Yeah, cool.
Bust it out.
Sweet. This one's
Bust
called
it out.
Paradise.
Rise with the summer moon. She's dancing in the wet monsoon with you. Eating with a silver spoon. Have peaches and then one day we'll have gold too. She savors time. Her own paradise is a state of mind. Savor your fruit, your own vanity is a state of mind. She savors time, her own paradise is a state of mind. Savor your fruit, your own vanity is a state of mind. Bring my ladies to the front now. Color just don't belong in the background. Fantasize in your prime. Paradise in your mind. And fuck what they call opportunity. I don't take what they give, no love for me. Colorblind in their mind. Paradise in my mind. Rise with the afternoon. I can't remember what to do when I'm with you. When I'm with you, baby, soon we'll be living. Soon we'll be drinking gold and smoking haze all day. So just One day we'll wake up in paradise. This feeling, can you believe me? One day we'll wake up in paradise. One day we'll wake up in paradise. This feeling, can you believe me? One day we'll wake up in paradise. This feeling, can you believe me? One day we'll wake up paradise.
Awesome.
Crowd
Awesome.
cheering sound effects.
Yeah, I know. I got to
For
bring them back
14
in. Do you
minutes.
see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? It's like, cool. That was Paradise there from Imugi. If you're just joining us, we are in the Orcon live room here at Radioactive, and we're talking all things Imugi and all things Imugi related. It's the Imugi special. Right on. So I mean, you guys both seem to ooze talent, and I mean, to speak frankly, it's like you can really see a quite a dynamic connection, even though there's not sort of you're not filled with a room full of instruments or whatever. You're running with your sequencing and your sampling and that, but you can still sense that dynamic between the two. So you guys sort of came about in high school. Was that something that
Like at
was
the end of high school.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the birth of the project.
I guess so,
Yeah.
yeah. We had both been, we're those type of people. We were both been playing in like shitty high school bands.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
The
and,
shade, no.
no shade. No, I love
No,
those
bless
bands.
that,
man.
yeah.
That was so
I hope
much
no
fun.
ex-bandmates are listening.
Yeah,
and
hopefully
going,
not.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were really good.
Oh, we were chill. Like,
Well, okay, our band
damn.
was called ASL. And,
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
all right.
We were pretty sick. We covered the Malcolm in the Middle theme
Is
song.
that an Omegle reference?
Yes, it was, yeah.
I came up with that name.
Damn.
I was like, ASL.
That's going
So
back,
that's what
isn't
like
it?
creepy men on the internet always send to like young girls. Like,
Yeah,
ASL.
yeah, ASL, yeah.
But yeah, shout out to all previous members of ASL. Yeah,
Shout out
it
to
was rad.
Omegle.
Yeah,
Shout out to
right.
Omegle, yeah.
Right, but not shout out to those creepy old men
No
asking.
creepy
us.
men
Exactly.
here.
No, no.
Mhm.
That's what we stand against. Right on. And I mean, I guess from that, it's just, you both seem quite self-sufficient in a lot of ways. That seems to be what I'm
We're
getting.
self-sustaining.
Yeah, but like even when it comes to you've had commentary in the past where you've talked about being in studios and kind of going, well, yeah, it's cool to work in a studio, but we actually just like my bedroom.
Yeah.
And that like seems to then stem even to when you guys come in today, the selection of gear that you've brought. I've seen some of your live setups, which I'll talk about after the next song.
Yeah.
But it does seem quite like you guys can just sort of go along with it and be an independent and run with it. Is that still like something
Yeah.
that is
I feel like we're
quite
quite
true?
like easy, Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that
we
was
don't have a lot. I mean, like aside from all this stuff, but and like with studio time, it's kind of like I think we want to be smart about it because we know that time is quite time is money and it's quite
Yeah,
expensive.
right on.
So we don't want to just like
Yeah, I guess we want to come into the studio with like a really clear idea of what we want to achieve while
exactly
we're there.
what we're
Yeah.
gonna do,
Yeah,
have a
exactly.
game plan. Whereas like in like Carl's room, it's like
You can just dick around.
it's
Yeah,
chill,
exactly,
it's
you
like
know.
same as what we've always been doing.
Half the time it's like, oh yeah, come around, let's hang, and then like
Yeah.
we'll just listen to music all night, and then maybe we'll have an idea to like
Yeah.
start a song or something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it always comes across quite naturally.
Cool. Organic.
Yeah.
Organic. Sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable.
All
Yeah.
the good words. You guys
Economically
mentioned marketing
friendly.
before. I don't know if you need a guy, but
let's get greenwashed.
looking
We're
for
very
employment.
eco-friendly.
Nah, sweet as. Well, let's jump into another one.
This one it was called Funky Rap for ages, but
we just didn't have a name. That's
we didn't have a name, so we still call it Funky Rap. But
Cool.
Maybe we'll name it properly one day.
Sweet as.
Late night, pulling persimmons off from the head. Talk to the dead thing, I'm living in the tongue is my bed. Forbidden fruit, caught intuition, licking the skin. Static pins from the trams at the indica went. With a girly wink, I pushed the pen in deeper. He a cheater, not a liar, so we clear the meter. Driven on my head with this holy water, blowing smoke out my mouth like a fire bender. Sage in my eyesight, clear forever. My mind is a temple, sinking deep. I wanna pay respect. Better clean your feet, bruh, before you enter. Feel the leader, candy eater. Hashtag sick of on water leaker. I grab the snitch like a seeker. And when I come around, you better warm the heater. I'm a cold ass bitch, I never blink when I'm watching them swarm like ants. That reality sinking, goosebumps on your lizard skin don't show. Light up a J underwater with my yellow friends, absorbing phlegm, spat out on a Friday night. You fucked out on the glowing lights and it's flowing, right? It's showing, right? I spent it cause I'm blazing, and it's not cause I'm Asian. Breathe out the water, I'm sinking slow with fish feet on my body, but my head keep going, head keep going, my head keep going, yeah. Breathe out the water, I'm sinking slow with fish feet on my body, but my head keep going, yeah. My head keep going, my head keep going, yeah. Breathe out the water, I'm sinking slower and slower and slower and slower.
Bang! There it is. Another one. Another gem. Another hit.
one.
Oh, wow.
And you guys, I mean, speaking of gems, that was an unintentional segue, but I'm going to use it anyway. You've mentioned in the past around your music, you kind of wanted music to be a little bit like that gem state, and discovering something and finding it on the internet and going, oh damn, how did I find this? And that's definitely what I mean. Okay, the problem with that is you guys are getting more and more popularity, so it's kind of it strips away that almost surprise state where more and more people know you. But I guess that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I guess so,
I guess, was that how you sort of found some of the music that inspired you to make some of this
yeah.
stuff?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess when we're at school, yeah, I don't know, our circle of friends, we just happen to end up in the same group of friends in the last year of school, and we're all just...
weird.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
And
It's more of an oval of friends in that case.
yeah, it was definitely an oval hectagon of friends.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah,
Thanks for laughing at that, by the way. That's,
Imagine, you know, like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward tries to draw a circle?
yeah,
That's just
right. Cool. Sweet as.
yeah, that's exactly what our friend group was like. But I don't know, yeah, we were all just into music, you know, and that was, yeah, we just wanted to share music with each other, and it was kind of, yeah, we're just discovering music that way, just stumbling across it on the internet and sending it to each other, and that's how, yeah, me and Yeri started vibing over music together, was like just sending each other stuff that
like
we
playing
enjoyed.
different things for each other.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Right on. And then I guess it's just keeps gathering momentum, and
Yeah.
here we
I
are.
feel like that's the age we live in now.
Yeah.
Because of like the internet.
Yeah, it's the internet age for
Yeah,
sure.
and it's so cool. It's like you can listen to so much music of people
Yeah.
that don't need to rely on anything. They
No,
can just,
not at
it's
all.
fully like, hey, I made this song and I'm uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah,
It's just, like, some
exactly,
random thing, but it's so,
exactly.
like, so
It doesn't.
dope.
You don't really need even an alias or much
Yeah.
behind it. You can, it can be anything you want it to be, really.
We can be any.
I hope that inspires the kids on their way home from school around nearly 4 o'clock. And, can have a bloody good weekend now.
Yeah.
So is this is one of your first trips to Wellington?
Oh, no,
Now you've played a few.
That's
This is our
third
third
trip.
trip to
Cool.
Wellington.
That was a roll. That was a stab in the dark, actually.
That's all good.
But as you may have been able to tell, no, that's awesome. And you guys are obviously here to play your second festival in only a couple of months. And this is Newtown Festival. You excited?
yeah, it's gonna be really
So
cool.
excited. We've both never been to Newtown before.
Cool. Right.
So-
Have you been yet?
Nah, I don't
When did
think
you
so.
get in?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, inexcusable. We should have bloody gone. There's lots of interesting sights and characters. The
Yeah.
Newtown Ninja is one of
Really?
them.
The Newtown Ninja?
Yeah, he is
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
fully fledged sort of freelance ninja, I suppose.
what?
Freelance amateur
Do
ninja.
people like ask him to like?
I don't know if he's like a vigilante or if it's more
Okay.
of like a sort of retired icon. Yeah.
Retired
Okay.
icon?
It's good though.
Yeah.
He's really friendly. Like there's no malice. Despite the ninja outfit, the
Yeah,
attire, there's lots of interesting people actually. But yeah, no, head out that way. Go out there,
we'll
go to
do.
Newtown, and it's an amazing festival too. Obviously, there's heaps of really cool people, sights and sounds and bands, and obviously you guys. And then, as I said, it is the second one in pretty recent times, and that was Laneway. How was that?
It was so cool. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it was super fun. I crashed out really early.
Yeah,
we were there from
Colin
like,
was
Yeah.
yeah, I like missed all the
Same,
big
but
acts.
for different reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, we were just there from like 9 a.m. and I got so burnt out that
Yeah.
I had to go home early. But it was
Cool,
awesome,
though.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
so much fun.
It's funny because like every year there's always that band at Laneway that you go see and you think, oh yeah, don't know really what this is going to be like here. And they turned out to be the best, like the gem of Laneway. And like that was you guys this year. Yeah, like I know it's like, wow, that's coincidental. It's like when big bands come here and they're like, yeah, you guys are my favorite crowd ever. And it's like, no, we're not. Will I Am from the 2009 Black Eyed Peas concert. I still remember you. No, but seriously, you guys were like, I mean, I'd listened to bits and pieces, and I had friends who listened to bits and pieces. But but we popped along, and it was general consensus was that you guys absolutely crushed it, and
so heartwarming.
Yeah, well, it's it's really cool to see, and I think you guys are definitely pioneering that sort of. Now, I don't want to say that bedroom pop because I think that gets almost a bad rap in the same way, like when people go SoundCloud musician, bad rap.
We're actually SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's like it has this connotation to it, but it's more like you guys
DIY.
are really leading the way. Yeah, this DIY. That's probably the best way to put it, and that's really cool to see. And I know that a lot of people really get down to that. So,
Well, thanks, man. I hope that we're inspiring.
no, sweet as. Well, we've probably got time for another track, so let's do that one.
Yeah, this one's a cover.
Cool. I heard you guys practicing on this. I won't spoil it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. Sweet as.
You're never on time and music's on all day, and you be growing them brunette DJs. White on white sheets and baggy jeans, got the green stone around your neck. You're never on time and music's on all day, and you be growing them brunette DJs. White on white sheets and baggy jeans, got that green stone around your neck. Bounce on that 2 and 4, don't clap on that 1 and 3. You got your cappuccino, we on that bubble tea. Bounce on that 2 and 4, don't clap on that 1 and 3. You on that cappuccino, we on that bubble tea. You're so fresh, so I wanna know if you're down. 'Cause if you are, then let your hair down, baby. I wanna know. 2 fried eggs on that $1 bread. 3 fried twos where my money is spent. Brothers roll past speakers on full blast, singing Cordero Mori, yeah.
sick. Damn, that caught me off guard twice. It was like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? Cool as. Right on. I did not expect that, but that was awesome when you started playing those like Nesian Mystic chords.
Yeah.
Or like that synth sweep over the second section.
Yeah, the mashup.
You
Yeah.
got me. You got me. It was bloody good. Well, hey, thanks so much for coming down. It's
thank
been
you
an
for
absolute
having
pleasure,
us, yeah.
and we've loved every minute of it. How long are you in Welly? When do you leave?
We go on Monday.
Okay, right
Yeah,
on.
so here for a bit.
Yeah, sure, a little bit of time to spread around, see what's what.
nice
Well, if you
for
find
them to
yourself in
look first.
Burrenpore,
Burrenport.
come. It's near Newtown.
Okay.
Come around for a beer.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Have a jam. Yeah,
Sick.
we'll
Yeah,
get
we'll
it
do.
going. Yeah, sweet as. All right, locked in there. You heard it here first. If I come back next week and I'm disappointed, you know why. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And
Thank you so much
shout out
for
to New
having
Zealand
us.
on air as
Yeah,
well as
thanks.
Orcon for sponsoring the room.
Can I
So-
just do one more shout out?
You sure
I told
can.
I just started a new job at a bagel place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to shout out Bagel Love, Jet and Shirley, and
Yeah.
Casey, my girlfriend at work. So
Nice,
yeah.
cool. Yep, bagels. Yeah.
Love you, Casey.
Bagels. All right,
Our girlfriend.
done deal. All right, over and out. Hey, cheers.
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.
Disco